Alright everyone, so today I'm going to make a video that's actually useful. Specifically, I'm going to be actually making something instead of talking in vague detail about something I've already made. That being, I'm going to create a t-shirt using this stencil and those materials right there. So first things first, I'm going to measure the height of the print on another t-shirt, an existing t-shirt, in relation to the collar, and see how far down it is, so I'll have an idea where to place the print. And there we go. It's about 2 inches to the R, more or less. And as you can see, the I and the R on this print stick up probably comparably as high as the D and F in Dynfari stick over the other letters, although possibly less. So we'll definitely be able to work from there. So I currently have the stencil cindered and taped onto the shirt. A few things to note before I begin. I ironed the shirt in the area that I'm going to be painting on, and that I've already put something inside the shirt to keep the paint from bleeding onto the back. Another thing to note is that this stencil, it's far from perfect, because I made it several months ago with the intention to make this much earlier, before the idea of making videos even came into my mind. So it's slightly worn, and the bits they stick up a bit. And then so I had intended to do it from months ago, but then I didn't. I forgot to, I lost interest. And then 4 Doors in the Mind came out, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then I lost interest again, and now I'm finally doing it. With my first video, a scant 24 hours old, I was like, all right, I might as well film it, make a video that's in depth on the topic to some degree, and actually shows a process being completed. So I'll be using this cheap white fabric paint and this sponge, and I already have some of the paint out of my palette, and I'll begin here in a second. I'm going to start just using the sponge to apply the paint onto the shirt, and using my other hand to hold down the stencil in the places where it would otherwise stick up, and sort of allow the paint to go where it oughtn't. And for this particular design, the paint doesn't need to be solid, in my opinion, because for those familiar with the Dynfari logo, it actually isn't a solid white mass on a plain black background. There are quite a few breaks in it, sort of. I'll probably put it in the video as it is supposed to look in post. So now the first coat's done, and as I said before, I'm leaving some of these areas partially less filled in by design. And I filled in under these manila inserts with a brush, because this wasn't originally designed for a brush. And I'll get back to you once the paint is dried, and I'll show you what it looks like finally. So this is what it looks like after I've removed the stencil. Turned out pretty well, I'd say. Some of this, there would be more lines sort of flaring out here, but it really goes back to how much I actually cut out of my stencil, not anything in the process you saw. I also realized that screen printing and silk screen is more commonly associated with t-shirts, and painting is kind of a step down. However, I do intend to start silk screening at some point, and you'll see the results of that on this channel as well. However, with all that in mind, this video is just a result of preparations I had already made and materials I already had on hand. So yeah, that's about all for this video.